Shut up, fool!
Why is subscribers only mode on? Just to keep out the riffraff. No, if you subscribe, you can immediately type Myron. Yeah, it worked well last time, didn't it, Myron? Yeah, I got like five subs out of, yeah, big deal. Humble Thinker, used to be here all the time first, and now I see, and then you had a long period of time where you stayed away from me, and now you're back. And you're fast, 1,000 Pine Points too. You could be sleeping with me in Vegas at the Tropicana Casino Hotel. 500 Pine Points to Nathan Kempf. And Chen, you don't get Pine Points for being a mod. And 250 Pine Points to my buddy Phil. Yeah, my buddy Phil and I went to separate schools together. Good to see you, Phil. And Rick Turner, you might as well just click off now. You're fourth. Actually, you're fifth because I didn't count Chen. But I thought I would. I just finished watching J. Warner Wallace on Sean McDowell's channel, and it reminded me of this poll that I just made. And I phrased it in a nice way. I didn't say who do you hate, or who do you dislike the most, but who out of this list do you like the least? I'm keeping it positive. And then I'll open up the room for people to come in just in 1 or 2 sentences to tell me why, because maybe we can help them sell more books or have more of an impact. In fact, this is not just for atheists. This is for Christians as well. Because I bet you there are Christians who will see this and say, you know what? I'm a Christian, and so is this person, but I don't like this person very much. This person, I don't know. Maybe they're not a true Christian. Maybe that's how some Christians think. This poll is a hard choice. Oh, yeah. Let me, Josh, let me add one more thing. I encourage everyone to vote multiple times. So the way you do it is you vote once, close the window, click the link again, vote again. You can vote. This is like how American Idol did it one year, or maybe they still do it. So let me start. And I'll give you my my impressions of each of these. And I just did this off the top of my head of some of the bigger names. I was going to put Ravi Zacharias right here, but then that would be a for sure win, I think, right? You know, the more I've studied about Ravi Zacharias, his ministry and his life, the more I don't care for him. Yeah, another Norm Macdonald joke. Okay, but let's look at the top of the list. Out of and you can choose your own criteria. And so my criteria is bloviation, of course. And so out of this list, I would say this guy bloviates the most, him second, John Lennox third, if we're just looking at bloviation. They all bloviate. I actually probably think David Wood bloviates the least. And that's saying something. Or maybe Ken Ham. I don't mind these two, Ken Ham and Kent Hovind. I find them very entertaining, and I actually find them more theologically sound. Yeah, you heard it. Ken Ham basically will say things like, if Christianity, if one part of the Bible is false, then it's all false. Or you can doubt the whole thing. He's right. You should doubt the whole thing. Well, no, let's put it this way. There's definitely some things in the Bible that are, I think, written to be historical, but isn't. And Ken Ham's point is, if that's true, if what I just said is true, then you really can't say the whole Bible is God's word anymore. So I like that he sticks to his guns. Of course. Oh, actually, are there any old earthers in this group? I don't know. Let me rephrase that. Are there any evolution via common descent acceptors in this group? No, no, no. Well, no, no, no. I doubt it. I doubt it. No. Ooh, maybe. No, no. Well, he's an old earther, but I don't think he accepts evolution. No. So out of this whole group, I think the only person who might accept common descent is William Lane Craig. Am I wrong about that? Now, my second criteria besides bloviation is just general ickiness. You know, I'm Mr. Icky. That's my my AKA name. And everyone, I rub people the wrong way. I get that. But there's people here on this list that rub me the wrong way more so than others. So which one rubs me more the wrong way? I know some of you are going to get mad at me, but I don't mind David Wood's personality type. I actually like psychopaths. I do. I think because I'm dead inside, he's more dead. He's deader. And that I think being dead inside can actually help you in a lot of ways. And we evolved. Let me make an evolutionary argument for psychopaths. Psychopaths exist after millions of years of evolution for a reason. Where else, how else could we have bankers and lawyers and judges if we didn't have psychopaths? So thank you, evolution. But who rubs me the wrong way the most here? Not these two, because I just find them very enjoyable. William Lane Craig is too apple pie faced, existential angsty to really have him rub you the wrong way. Some people say they don't like his voice. Josh McDowell makes me laugh with his shirts. Oh, yeah. I think John Lennox rubs me the wrong way the most. And J.P. Moreland. And then maybe... No, I'll just leave it these two. So bloviation is one criteria, just general rubbing the wrong way, another criteria. What would be another criteria? Theologically soundness. As an ex-Christian, who's the most theologically sound here? Brandon Worrell says, I'm going to come on and rub you the right way. No. That's fine. You don't have to come on and rub me the right way. He's a Calvinist. Not a Calvinist. Not a Calvinist. Not. I don't know. Say no. David Wood. I bet you David Wood leans Calvinist. I'm not sure about John Lennox. Not sure about J.P. Moreland. I would guess no for both. I think Calvinism is the easiest, most consistent way to defend Christianity because basically you just say, shut up. Oh, yeah, hang on. This is the way. This is Calvinist apologetics right here.
Shut up, fool!
Yeah, you don't like how God did things? Shut up, fool. Where were you when the creation of the world happened? So overall, I'm going to say John Lennox. Oh, wow. We got votes coming in, people. Like I said, you can vote as many times as you want. So far, the winner, Ken Hovind. Come on, guys. He's fun. Sure, he had some tax problems. Frank Turek, a close second so far. If I refresh this, does it automatically change? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. So I'll keep this up. Who's the most likable? Josh McDowell and JP Moreland. My guess is most people don't even know JP Moreland. Oh yeah, you guys can't see all of it. Let me scroll down. Oh, you can see it for yourself when you vote. Here, let me make it a bit bigger here. Longer. I want to say something about why I disagree with this poll so far. Oh yeah, Josh McDowell. Oh, sorry, Sean. This is going to be about your dad. Josh McDowell only has 1% so far. But I'm really disappointed in Josh McDowell, and here's why. Because of the first century fragment debacle. I did a video about it years ago. A shout out to Kip, Dr. Kip. He mentioned this as well. He made a video about it. Josh McDowell has not apologized for, what's the right way to say this? For misleading his followers into thinking that the evidence was better than what it really was. He basically told his followers that we have this great new piece of evidence, a fragment found in the first century from the Gospel of Mark, and just how this should raise the confidence that Christianity is true, and just how amazing it is compared to other texts in history. And I think he, in some way, in some fashion, I'm not sure, is associated with people who buy these fragments and put them in museums and so forth. Hobby Lobby's was involved in this issue, and some historians were. And I think one of these, not historians, the people who date things, I forget their name. One of them, I think, is in jail now. And I tell you, I don't think Josh McDowell has washed his hands from that. Gary Habermas, you either. You neither. You haven't done it either. English is hard. Both you gentlemen need to come out and apologize for raising the confidence in your believers by being desirous for something to be true and it wasn't true. And it speaks volumes to your epistemology, how your confidence is too high, especially on things where it shouldn't be. Sound familiar? Your confidence is too high that this fragment was from the first century, even before it was officially dated. And my guess is the way this whole thing settled out was a guy who dates fragments, wanted to make money, told them that this was probably from the first century. Go ahead and tell your people, sell it to Hobby Lobby or whatever, put it in your museum and get tons of money. This is all conjecture. Actually, maybe some of it's true and I just don't even know it. I mean, proven to be true. But anyhow, it's one of my beefs with Josh McDowell. One of them. Do I have other beefs with him? That's a pretty big one. Lee Strobel. I still go on live streams as an observer, as a commenter, and I see Christians typing how Lee Strobel or J. Warner Wallace or any of these apologists have really changed their life and helped them be confident that Christianity is true. And I got to say, on behalf of some atheists, not just myself, that we are flabbergasted by this. We're going, what? These guys convinced you or helped you? How? By saying that we have so many manuscripts that it's more likely Christianity is true? by saying we have prophecies and it's more likely to be true. I would love to sit down with each of these people who have been inspired by these apologists and just do some hardcore street epistemology for a few hours on each of these topics. And when it comes to getting back to bloviation, why? Why do it? And what I mean by bloviation is, and if I had Ravi Zacharias on here, he would be the king of that. But when someone gives you an answer, why not just answer it? At risk of looking like a fool, at risk of your followers not liking your answer and maybe even doubting. Out of all these guys, like, I think Ken Ham is a straight shooter. He's going to tell you the way, his opinion, what he thinks. Same with Ken Hovind. Well, no, Ken Hovind, he's a little more slippery, but not Ken Ham. I gotta refresh. See what changed. Yeah, Ken Hovind. Guys, you're being okay. The people have spoken, but Ken Hovind, really? I mean, I could listen to Ken Hovind all day and smile, but not J.P. Moreland, not John Lennox. See, and William Lane Craig is just, he's likable in a pathetic way, in my opinion. It's like he's so much in pain if Christianity is not true that it's almost you feel sorry for him. Okay, so the way you get in here is, I'll keep that link open because I want people to keep voting. If you're a Christian, I would love to hear from you. But this is how you talk to me. You go to whereby.com/PineCreek. And then you can tell me why you like this person the least. Atheists are welcome too. Atheists are welcome. Let me double check that I got that pasted. Yeah. I voted for Ken Hovind about 15 times. That's how much I hate him. Erica Lewis, come on in and tell me why we're so different. Because he makes me laugh. I actually think if everybody was like Ken Hovind, Christianity would die faster, right? Okay, let me open up my whereby. You want Ken Hovinds. You need Ken Hovinds. I need me some Ken Hovinds. Okay, the room's open. Ken Hovind was live streaming. I just came over from there. Oh, really? Invite him down into my live stream. They desperately want to appear like intellectuals. Yeah. I wonder why that is. I wonder why so many Christians, like, you just look at YouTube channel names. Stand to Reason, Reasonable Faith. What's Frank Turek's? Cross-Examined. And the slogan for Capturing Christianity, the intellectual side of Christianity. Let me tell you a secret. Theoretical physicists, they don't have YouTube channels called that. They don't need to say that. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Doug, how are you?
Good. You come to poker tonight? 7 o'clock?
What's that GMT time?
1 hour, 5 minutes from now.
Cool. Yeah, I could probably do that.
You don't have to. I'm just saying it's poker night tonight.
Yeah.
Anybody else who wants to come, you got to email me at find my YouTube, my email on the About tab. Okay, so who did you like the least?
I like Ken Ham the least. I kind of like watching his content, but the thing that irks me about him is just the way he treats his staff members. So it's not so much his apologetics tactics; it's more just that he's constantly talking down about his fellow staff members.
How do you know that?
Because he does it live on air.
Oh, really?
yeah, if you watch him do like the way he talks about it, he's like, well, we're the A team and they're the B team. And then he'll have like some people who are actually qualified in their field, and he'll say, well, I know what's going on and they don't know what's
Well, I
going on.
talked
So
down
he'll
to
say, well,
Myron. You not like me
yeah, but
then?
Myron likes that though.
Yeah, he likes to be beaten. Okay.
um,
Who did you
yeah,
like the most or have the least problem with?
ooh, let me have another look. Well, I like William Lane Craig mostly for the point that he helped me deconvert. Um,
Oh, that's a slap backhanded compliment.
yeah, I was watching him in debates and I was like, wow, were the arguments for Christianity really this bad? And so I was, yeah, in search of better arguments, and I realized that he was probably the best that Christianity had. Um, but John Lennox also was one that helped me go, wow, okay, yeah, the arguments are terrible. Ravi Zacharias actually had me kind of re-interested in Christianity for a little bit, and then I was like, hang on a minute, he's not actually
Who?
answering any. Ravi Zacharias.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I realized that he just doesn't answer the question. Like, well, he didn't answer the questions. He would just bloviate a lot, and that sucked
Yeah.
me in a little bit.
What about the
His fancy
alleged
words
rapes?
and
Did that bother you?
uh, I don't know if I knew about them, but I did start to hear about his
No, now
how he
looking
would.
back.
Yeah, yeah. Now looking back on it, I think that it's really fitting coming from a Christian leader compared to what else you see out there happening. I mean, it seems to be pretty fraught throughout religions that just that sort of stuff happens.
I just found it funny to put the words rape or compare rape with bloviation. But Erica wants to come in and chastise me for liking Kent Hovind. So
Awesome, mate. Do you want to shoot me a link for the poker again? And
I think I did already, but if I didn't,
okay. I get
email
like
me and
100
then.
emails a day, but I'll check through them.
Okay, take care.
Cheers, mate.
Why wasn't he on the list? I thought he was. Hey, Erica. I can't hear you though. There, I think I.
Sorry, I had to turn off the YouTube.
Okay. So you like or you don't like Kent Hovind?
Oh, I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
So basically, he reminds me of what I had to deal with growing up evangelical. So basically, it's just the fact that he's narcissistic. He just believes that he's right. He doesn't listen. He'll never like concede at any point, even though he's been proven wrong by like scientist after scientist after. The man just he makes me so angry.
You know, I should have brought a doll into here so you could point to where he hurt you on the doll. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you know, he can put logical thoughts together. I watched a video of him bashing a fellow Christian on the idea of flat Earth, and besides that Dave guy, I forget the science
Professor Dave.
Yeah, besides Professor Dave, he did an amazing job on debunking flat Earth to flat earthers. I thought he did an amazing job anyhow, and I thought, whoa. Well, that's pretty impressive, Kent Hovind. But yeah, I agree with you. Like he truly believes he has the truth, and he's not scared to show that. So, who do you like the best on that list?
That's hard. Was Sean McDowell on there, or just
no, just his dad? Yeah, I had more of the older folks in there.
I mean, I do agree that Frank Turek is the second worst. I don't know. Okay. Wallace is okay, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, for me, he just talks too much.
He bores me, but he doesn't make me angry.
Yeah, well, he has nice hair, nice white hair. Anyhow, you coming to poker tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll see you in 1 hour.
All right.
See ya. Ray Cosby. No relation to the other guy. Different spelling.
Dad, yeah. I have more of the.
Oh, you gotta mute your. Hi, Ray. You see me? That's all right. Who did you vote for, Ray? Welcome, by the way. You're
Ham.
Ken Ham is the worst. You like the least.
Yep. For me, it's like he's indoctrinate. Well, I don't like to use the word indoctrinate, but he's indoctrinating children into some really bad ideas. He's sapping financial resources away from public education and taxes. He's insidious to me.
Do you agree with my assessment, though, that if every apologist was like him, Christianity would probably die faster?
No. For Ham, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to visualize what you're thinking there, because yes, the adults, yeah, but the kids, they keep on sucking in the kids.
No, but studies have shown that the more fundamentalist, young earth type mentality you come from.
Okay, I get it. You're thinking a little when they get a little older. I was thinking like the dino loving age.
Yeah, no, in fact, if they are indoctrinated Ken Ham style, they are more likely to leave Christianity when they hit college.
Okay, that's you made me happy today. Thank you. Or happier, I should say. All right.
Do you want to play poker tonight?
Yeah. Why not? What time?
In 1 hour, but it's real money with just a home game, no rake. Okay. Email me, dll1671@yahoo.com. It's in the About tab of my YouTube channel. But it could be full. I don't know. It was full last time, but we'll see. Right. But anybody who comes on is welcome.
Right.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
See? I think I convinced Dr. Cosby that Ken Ham, Kent Hovind, they're not so bad. Because they're, I think the evidence is in that if you're raised that way, you're more likely to leave Christianity later on in life. Now, if you're raised in a church where it's just fuzzy, dovey, lovey, touchy, feely, anything type of Christianity you want, you got nothing to really leave at that point. You just adapt, you just change, you just reform. Oh, let me see what the poll says now. Refresh. So Ken Hovind was in lead. Oh, we got a tie now. What do we got here? 26% Ken Hovind, 26% Frank Turek. Let's scroll down. And the most likable so far is, yeah, I don't think people know who J.P. Moreland is because you're not going to get him. No. Okay, who's next here? Deepak. Hey, Deepak.
Hey, that was fast. Hey.
Yeah, I'm fast. You coming to poker tonight?
I can't, not tonight.
Okay.
It's been like a busy last couple of weeks.
Because you're my favorite poker player to take money from.
Yeah, well, it's mutual. It definitely is.
Okay, who did you like the least?
I chose Kent Hovind because he seems super annoying, just making up stuff.
Okay.
The other guys actually seem like they believe what they're talking about. So.
Well, I think they all believe what they're talking about.
You think Kent Hovind really okay? I guess that's true, but
yeah.
I think he seems less genuine though. I don't know.
I think some of them are they appear more greasy when it comes to marketing, and Ken Hovind definitely seems greasy that way. But I think he truly believes what he's saying most of the time. But who's the most, besides Ken Hovind, who's the most greasy at selling stuff? It'd be a tie between Ken Ham and maybe J.R. Warner Wallace, yeah.
To me, Kent Hovind just stands out though in terms of like greasiness. Like, I don't know. Even Ken Ham seems like, well, yeah, I guess he's also he's probably second. Yeah.
Who do you like the best on that list?
I think Sean McDowell. I actually really enjoyed.
No, I didn't have Sean McDowell.
Oh, okay. I just assumed you did.
I had his dad.
Oh, his dad. Okay.
His dad, Josh.
then I'm not sure. There are a couple I remember. I don't remember the full list then.
What do you like about Sean McDowell?
I just really like that video from Biola University where he's play acting an atheist. I genuinely thought he did a good job. Like it.
Genetically modified skeptics said he did nothing but straw man.
Yeah, I don't agree. I mean, yeah, you could pick apart his argument like a little bit, but he was doing his best, and I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job too.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were saying. Yeah. So I actually came on to say like one thing. I was thinking a little. I was thinking about your last Hamza's day. Was it Hamza's day? Yeah, the one where you had that argument from ickiness.
Yeah.
Now, like all the Muslims are calling you like Mr. Icky and stuff, and
so easy to manipulate, right?
Yeah, it is. But
I knew they would grab onto that.
Yeah, exactly, right. And I was thinking about like what it is. So in a sense, they are right. Like the argument from evil isn't really it doesn't seem like much of an argument against a god, right? Like maybe that's just the way the universe is with a terrifyingly crazy deity who decides what he wants, right? There's no reason the universe couldn't have like an evil god. So you can't use it as an argument against a god.
But that's not what they said. We're talking about Allah.
Yeah, okay, I see.
And Allah hates rebellion. Allah hates sin. Allah hates disbelief. And yet he created knowing that it would exactly happen.
Right, but the end of what you said was something like, well, like let's let's all agree that Allah behaves in ways that we find kind of icky, and and that's just what I want to tell you, that it seems icky to you, and they're like, okay, so what? Deal with it, right? Like that's basically their response. So I was thinking about why, like, if like a continued, like I think what you could have said in retrospect, right? Like I feel like is something like this. The reason why people actually believe in a God so powerfully, Allah or the Christian God or whatever, is because they feel like a sense of justice in the universe, right? That a God kind of gives to them. They're like, I feel like there has to be justice there. It has to align with my sense of morals and so on. And oh, look, here's a definition of God that seems to align with it. And so I must believe in this God. And what your argument from ickiness does is like it takes away that argument, I think. It kind of cancels it out and says, no, you don't have that kind of reason to believe anymore, like the real inner. You always talk about this, right? It's not about kalam and so on. Yeah. So it's like a cancellation, I think, of an argument, not an argument by itself.
Yeah, and I really do think Muslims are more like Calvinist Christians. It's the
shut up, fool!
The shut up fool apologetic, right? Like, just shut up. Allah can do whatever he wants. And where were you? And so, and then the Christians and the Muslims who are more touchy-feely, I think the problem of evil will have more of an impact on them. But even logically, and I know I said it to them. I said to them that there's no logical contradiction here. But the reason why I said that was because they'll never, ever see it. Right?
Okay. What do you think is the logical contradiction then?
Now, the logical contradiction that I think some people who are open to the idea that their God might not exist is, I'll start with the Yahweh version of the Abrahamic God, and that is, this God does not want anybody to perish.
Okay.
Yet he creates knowing some will perish.
Oh, that's right. That's how you usually.
If he truly didn't want anyone to perish, he would never have created. And then the way the Christians get around this is exactly the same way those Muslim gentlemen did. Well, there's two senses of the word want or desire. There's the decreeing sense, and then the desire sense. I mean, I don't know. It's just, once you start using semantics to explain your God with the same word, it's
you start losing people, I think, right? Like you might,
yeah.
Anyway,
we'll see. Oh yeah, we'll see you maybe next week then.
Yeah, I'm actually going for a sleep study now.
Oh really? You have problems sleeping?
Yeah, I snore a lot apparently. I don't know myself, but I've been told.
You sleep with your wife?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Do you have another suggestion of somebody?
No, that's not what I meant. I meant go sleep in a different room.
I mean,
do you have an extra room?
Yeah, but I mean,
That's what I do.
Oh, you do that? Okay.
Yeah, me and my wife, we sleep in separate rooms, but we still have coitus. It's sort of fun. It's like we're college kids again, and I knock on the door, and put a little tie outside the door handle.
Or you're like in some like 19th century English kind of,
Okay, here's my advice to people who are thinking about getting married. This is going to peeve off some people, but I don't care. Don't sleep together. Seriously.
I like sleeping together.
You like sleeping with another person?
It's nice having a body next to you. I don't know, like.
No. Bodies bump each other and they move and then they wake you up and then, like you said, they snore. No, you want no one with you when you sleep because that way you have a good night's sleep. Like your poor wife, she probably was beautiful when you married her. Now she looks like a old dried up hag because of your snoring.
I'm glad you said that. That's awesome.
That's a joke. If she's listening in,
she sometimes listens to me, like overhears me listening to your videos, and she's like really suspicious. And she's like, "Are you planning to convert to Christianity at some point?" Because
me or you?
Me. Like, because I was just random atheist who didn't care particularly about religion, and then started watching your videos, and it's like now it's like Jesus this and resurrection that. And,
yeah, well, it's just entertainment, I guess. Tell her you're just having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think she believes. I'm pretty sure she's joking about it.
Is your wife there?
No, she's in the other room.
I know, but can I talk to her?
Maybe some other time actually, because she's actually in the middle of something right now.
Okay, yeah, because I want to encourage her. Like if I was to ask her, is it okay if you sleep in another room? What would she say?
That I'm actually not sure.
You haven't even talked about the possibility of sleeping in separate rooms?
So we actually tried it like 3 nights in a row, and we both just
Really, you need that body next to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It helps to have a king size bed. FYI, like it was a little harder on a queen size.
Do you have like one of those mattresses that where when she moves you don't feel it?
No, you mean the sleep number things where there's separate like sections or something like the
yeah.
No, we don't have one of those. We have we have a fairly stiff bed, so I think it doesn't move much at all when I move. So I'm the one actually who moves more, and it does affect her. So I'm the one who's like, I guess maybe she actually secretly does like.
Yeah, no, you should.
Alone
after we get off, you should have a deep conversation with her about this. And my goal is to break up your sleeping habits. Like my wife and I, we slept together for the first, 15 years of our marriage. I've been married 27 years. But then she started getting the jiggity legs. You know what that is?
No.
When women's iron levels drop low, they start to spasm in the legs, especially at night. And so I remember one night it was so bad, I literally grabbed her. She wasn't asleep yet. I said, "Stop moving." And then she said, "I can't help it." I go, "What's wrong?" And then when she went to the doctor, and her iron levels were just so low, and then she got a hysterectomy, and then that fixed everything. But we enjoyed sleeping apart that we just kept it going. Yeah, and your coitus is much better if you sleep separately.
See that
because you're not used to that body next to you, and so when it does come, it really does.
All right. Well, this is not what I thought we'd be talking about.
So all you young people who are about to get married, tell your spouse to be that you don't want to sleep together. You'll have as much coitus as but no sleeping together. Yeah. You're welcome.
I'll think about it.
You're welcome. Yeah, take care.
Okay,
see ya. Okay, where are we at? People can come on and tell me if they agree with me on that piece of advice. Frank Turek is now in the lead. Did you guys see this? Frank, call in if you're here. You're winning. You are now the least liked apologist. You're edging out Kent Hovind. I think I have swayed the poll by showing the goodness of Kent Hovind. I swing elbows in my sleep. PineCreek. Yes, see, Prince Maish. There's no need to sleep with people. Stop it. Oh, speaking of sleeping, do you sleep with your wife?
Yeah.
Why?
What? Not after poker.
No, but in the same bed?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, no. Tell her you want to stop that. Does she keep you up, or do you keep her up?
Neither. We
Really?
both sleep like rocks when we're asleep. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess if you can sleep like rocks and like do you snore?
Only when I drink.
Does she tell you in the morning that you snored?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, when you drink, you should sleep in the guest bedroom
Or on the couch.
or on the couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, who did you like the least?
Frank Turek.
Okay, so yeah, you're helping the
I'm
majority.
driving up the percentages.
You're driving it up. Why?
Even as a Christian, I just always thought he was just super dismissive.
By the way, for the people who don't know, you very recently left Christianity, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a virgin atheist or a virgin agnostic, whatever. Do you not like that I just called you an atheist? Does that kind of make you feel icky?
No.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, I've been acclimating to it.
You sure? You don't look
Exposure
100%
therapy.
comfortable.
Sorry.
Do you want to say it out loud like an altar call? I am an atheist. Hi, my name is Nicodemus. I'm an atheist.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Look at the camera. Don't look at me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm Nidibos. I'm an atheist.
Very well done. Well done. Did you feel the power of Satan in you when you said that, or?
I do have warm and fuzzies.
Who do you like the most on that list?
William Lane Craig, but not for the reason you might think.
Okay, why do you like him?
Because he basically called the top leaders of my last church naive biblical literalists on his podcast.
And what type of church leaders did you have?
People who definitely champion themselves as like highly intellectual thinkers who are diligently studying God's word and trying to find like the best apologetics and answers for people. And then, here comes this apologist that we had at one of our major church conferences. And he's like, no, you guys are naive biblical literalists. I'm just like, whoa.
What did they say to prompt that comment?
So one of the guys that I looked up to when I was a Christian, he wrote a book called Evidence Unseen, and he has a site that's all like an apologetics website, and he wrote a blog post to William Lane Craig.
Don't say he, just say the name.
Oh, James Rochford.
And the name of the church?
Dwell Community Church. They recently changed their name because they get a lot of negative press in Columbus,
Okay,
Ohio.
I shouldn't ask for the church name, but maybe the denomination name. Is it non-denomination?
Oops. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they said what exactly?
So my James wrote a blog post that was basically like, William Lane Craig, your mytho-history position on Genesis 1 through 11 unravels all of Scripture. You can't do this. You can't interpret Genesis that way. And he responded in his podcast. And
Okay.
at the very end, he's like, this interpretation isn't good for naive biblical literalists. And it was like, oh my God.
Okay, now you were still a Christian at this time, right? No. Oh, you're already gone.
No.
Okay. But would you, as a Christian, would you have agreed with your church or with William Lane Craig?
I would have agreed with my church.
Now, looking back, do you agree with your church or William Lane Craig?
Neither. But
see,
interpreting it, neither. But I guess William Lane Craig's trying to make the best of his situation, trying to accept evolution. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really think that the theistic evolutionists have so much work to do, so much explaining to do, that like it's pretty clear the things Paul said, through one man came sin, through one man came redemption, Jesus. that really hints at common descent.
Yeah.
Literal Adam and Eve, and Jesus seems to affirm Genesis. And when Nathan asked William Lane Craig on whose channel was that? Oh, that's the guy I interviewed. What's his name? I forget his name. But asked, what did he ask? Would Jesus know what evolution via common descent was, if asked back in the first century? And William Lane Craig was very honest and said, no. I think he said, what is that?
Exactly. Yeah. And I actually commented on the apologist blog that they run through my old church, actually reposted the podcast and everything. I had literally commented exactly that. Like, I can't believe he would, take this position. And if you asked him the simple yes, no question, it was very similar to that question. And now I'm just like, I can wash my hands of juggling these.
But are you like me?
And...
Are you? Yeah, I agree. Like it's all the pressure's off you now. But are you like me in the sense that you almost take the side of the Ken Hovens and the Ken Hams because, number one, they're more likely to cause deconversions, and number two, they're actually more right biblically. Like, they don't have to come up with different meanings for the text to square it up with the scientific evidence. They can basically just say, the scientific evidence is wrong, my Bible's right, and shut up, fool.
Yeah. Some days, yes. Some days, no. Like, well, now, yes. But back then, my church was in this weird position of a lot of people wanted to accept some kind of progressive theistic evolution, but at the same time, God had to work through some original pair. But none of us wanted to give up, like, Adam and Eve, a literal Adam and Eve, because we knew that would just destroy Romans 5 and the teachings of Christ. So we were like, we're just stuck here. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in 40 minutes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Hey, Aaron, can you hop in here? I got some questions for you. You seem to really hate Frank Turek. I want to know why. I also want to ask you if you agree with my sleep in separate rooms advice for married people. I'm curious to know how many married people listening right now secretly, okay, you're by yourself, right? There's nobody around you. You're just listening to me. How many of you secretly want to sleep in a separate bedroom, but are too scared to ask your spouse? Oh, maybe you come in, we'll hide your face and put a sound synthesizer in your voice so nobody can recognize you. This will be confession night. Daniel, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Who do you like the least?
It's got to be Ken Hovind, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know you're trying to influence the chat to.
And is your reason the same as the others? Smug.
Because of like the smugness and the dishonesty definitely throw me off. The thing is, when I was a hardcore Christian, I believed him. Like, I believed his stuff. I watched his seminars. I was all about it. Then when I finally started to question things and realize it's probably not correct, I could see his like obnoxiousness for what it was, and it made me feel very uncomfortable that I used to like this guy at all.
I take it you are an atheist now, or agnostic?
Yeah, I'm an atheist now, yeah.
How long have you been an atheist?
About 2 years. I made it to 33, the same age as Jesus, so I figured that was long enough.
Oh, so you're pretty fresh too. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No, but I do live with my girlfriend, and we do sleep together, yes.
You do sleep together?
Yes. Don't tell my parents, please. Yeah.
But when you say sleep, you mean sleep. So how can you sleep? Like, doesn't she wake you up, like kick you in the middle of the night, and don't you snore and wake her up?
She says I usually don't snore, and she doesn't really wake me up. So
it works.
And it works. And she prefers that I'm there, and I don't really care either way. So we go with her preference on that for sure.
Wouldn't it be more fun though if like you had to knock on the door and then have the dinner and then have the coitus instead of just being there?
Well, kind of, because okay, so she doesn't hear. So what I would, so if we were sleeping, if I was in the guest bedroom, right? I'd be able to listen to more PineCreek videos while she's sleeping. I can, listen to the sound of Doug as I
Not off.
drift to sleep, and then in my mind, as I'm dreaming, I can come up with better anti-apologist arguments.
Yeah, well, but then she might become jealous of me.
That's true.
Yeah.
I should probably put on someone she won't be jealous of, like.
And tell your wife I'm not into the threesome stuff. That's not my.
Very, very, very well. I will let her know.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea, and I don't want to have to buy a new wardrobe.
That's fair, yeah. It's a big mess. I mean,
who do you like the best on the list?
Probably William Lane Craig.
Really? Why do you like him the best?
So, kind of, I forget what the previous guy said, but he strikes me as someone who's honest and who, to a certain extent, accepts the evidence, even if, like as far as the evolutionary evidence and the scientific evidence of what, okay, well, the cosmology debate he had with, what's his name? That was a little rough. Sean Carroll?
Yeah, Sean Carroll.
Right. Now that debate was a little bit rough because it's like Sean Carroll was like trying to very clearly explain him why we don't know so much. And William Lane Craig is like, actually we do. And I'm like, okay, I mean, you probably want to back off of that statement a little bit. But otherwise than that, he's willing to a certain extent, to question things and say, well, the Bible says this, but there's more than one way to look at it. And it's probably not as literal as we would deem to take it. And when he said Jesus himself wouldn't know what evolution was. Yeah, that when he said, I feel confident that Jesus would say, what are you talking about? That made me at least think, okay, he's probably trying to be as honest as he can possibly be under the circumstances.
Yeah, but it's really curious because if a Christian apologist like William Lane Craig can admit that Jesus does not know some scientific facts about reality as being 100% man and 100% God, what makes Christians think that Jesus knows everything about human morality either? It's a slippery slope, is it not?
No, it definitely is. And I think that he goes under a certain amount of he's got to have some cognitive dissonance, right? Trying to hold multiple thoughts in his head that at least on its face seem to contradict, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be rough being him.
And it's easy to be Kent Hovind.
Much easier, yes. But but that's why I dislike it so much. It's just the easy, la la la, I can't hear you answer,
Well, yeah, but it's I don't say easy in a derogatory. It's easy because it makes more sense of the text, which they view as authority.
Right.
And so I do view people like Ken Ham and Ken Hovind as more consistent as William Lane Craig because they don't have to go through these mental gymnastics to make it fit.
That's fair. I personally don't like the ignoring all the evidence to the contrary and being really obnoxious the way Kent Hovind is. I just can't stand it anyway.
I understand. Anyhow, thanks for hopping in, Daniel.
No problem. Hopefully I get on that poker night one of these days.
Oh, yeah. Did you email me?
I did.
Did I send you any reply?
You said, all right, you're on the list. I'll get in contact with you at some point.
Is your name Daniel in the email?
Yeah.
Okay, and you didn't get anything today?
I can recheck, but
okay. If you didn't get it today, send me another email and I'll reply as soon as I get off the live stream.
Sounds good.
Okay, take care.
Later.
I'm reading in the live stream chat. Aaron says, I love to second PineCreek's plan. It's working for us too. See? Aaron is a happily married woman. She sleeps in separate rooms, still has coitus. She says, what about morning coitus? Yeah, coitus. Yeah, I agree with you, Aaron. Morning coitus is the best coitus of the day. Morning coitus number 1, early afternoon coitus number 2, just before dinner supper coitus number 4. I'd say late night coitus is the worst because you're the most tired. You got to get it done early and then continue on.
Hello.
Hey, wow, you have a nice camera.
You think so?
It's looking good today.
It's a very cheap one.
Well, compared to those other flag waving phonies, you got a nice camera. Well, maybe it's just the background too.
Yeah.
The
backgrounds.
That guy on that screen, don't tell me who that is. That looks like that comedian from the UK who was in what's his name? Russell Brand. Is that Russell Brand?
Yes. That's an autograph picture
of Russell Brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that comedian.
So, were you super jaded and bummed out today when Derek won the free James Warner Wallace book?
No, I don't want books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you don't read.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Not.
I think
read.
People with all those books are just being pretentious.
Oh,
Yeah.
it hurts.
Yeah. They put all those books. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I see some books behind.
No. I actually have a. I was telling Dr. Josh this the other day. I actually have a really pathetic library for someone who's got who's like done postgraduate work. I probably have the most pathetic library on the planet. But
who do you like the least?
J. Warner Wallace.
Yes.
Was
now you're talking.
Pick. And here's why. Because it drives me crazy how much he tries to pretend that he knows the first damn thing about history or the biblical text. And then on the basis of the fact that he was some crack detective once upon a time, and that only makes me think that he was just a really, really crappy detective. Right?
No, but yeah, I agree with you. But here's the question. What is the best strategy to talk to guys like him? Is it to tell him his history is wrong and incorrect and go through each step of the way? Or ask questions like, well, if it were true that the Greeks were the most influential, does that mean Zeus is more likely to be real? Take him down that type of Socratic type questioning.
I think that's probably the best way to go. And I don't know if you noticed when, and I thought your question today was good. And when Derek from Myth Vision asked his question, his response was, yes, it's possible that I could be wrong about Jesus, but it's not reasonable. It's a dodge, right? So I think I think these guys are very, very good at playing word games. They're better at that than anything else, that's for sure. So they just play word games and string their audience along.
Do you think he gives these arguments and writes books like this in order to increase the confidence of Christians, or actually to convert guys like us?
No, this is all apologetics is all in the ghetto, right? it's all about who buys these books. Do you see them? Do you see them on the New York Times bestseller? Oh, right, you don't read, so no, you don't ever see them on.
I read. I just don't read books.
Okay.
Yeah, so I read parts of books.
And where can you buy these books?
On their website.
Do you go and buy them? Well, I guess the internet's a thing now, but before the internet, you used to have to go to Christian bookstores to buy these books. The people who bought these books were Christians. The places where these people speak are in Christian colleges and in churches. I mean, it's all very much about making Christians feel better about their faith, about the silly reasons that they believe, providing for them. Look at me, I'm a super bright cold case detective who was a pretend atheist once upon a time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I believe this, so you're safe to believe it too. That's the whole game.
You know how you bother a evangelical Christian author, you tell them, I don't need to buy your book. I got the Bible.
There you go.
I just read what
and
Jesus
that-
wrote or said.
Yeah, and they will melt. They will, if you do that, their faces will melt. I'm convinced of it.
Anyhow, take care,
So,
Dr. Kip.
good stuff.
Do you play poker?
Yeah, you too, man. No, I
got money?
don't. And I'm no.
Okay, then forget I asked.
I'm poor and I'm super cheap, so I have nothing to offer.
Well, you could bet your Russell Brand picture there.
my autograph Russell Brand picture.
Yeah, that's worth at least what, $50?
I think that's an opening bid, right?
Yeah. Anyhow, take care.
Okay, the reserve's much higher. All right, see you, Doug.
See ya. If you want to, I don't have too much time left, but if you want to quickly hop on, I'll post the link again in the live stream chat, and then we'll take one more look at the poll results and declare a winner. We need a drum roll.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, Taylor. Hey, pleased to meet you. My name's Doug.
I know, yeah, long time.
We haven't never talked before, have we?
No, I emailed you once.
Okay. So who did you like the least?
You didn't put him on the poll, but I think you've watched Kyle Butt videos before.
Oh yes, I have. Yeah. Oh, that's a good candidate.
He's so smug, and so many of his words have such a violent Southern accent about them. I can't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, a Southern accent on a, okay, I'm going to be a little chauvinist here, but a Southern accent on a man, it just really turns me off. But on a woman, I kind of like it.
I don't know. I live in the South. I hear both a lot. I think they both get on my nerves.
Okay. Who did you like the most?
I'm trying to think of. I know. I'm trying to think of one that is as open and like not condescending as possible, but it's kind of rare.
Yeah. Because even William Lane Craig can be really condescending when he says stuff like, well, it's obvious you just haven't read the literature or read my books. Otherwise, you would not have said this.
What? Let me look at the options in the poll here. Let me see who I like the best. Sean McDowell's okay. He just
Josh
has,
McDowell's on the list. Sean, that's the son. Josh is the
Oh,
dad.
okay.
Josh is the guy with the funny looking shirts.
Funny looking shirts?
Yeah, he always wears bright shirts.
What's the guy? Stuart, the son of Cliff?
Yeah. Kneckle.
Yeah, I like him.
You like him?
He's okay.
I almost put him on the list, but I thought he wasn't big enough.
I would have voted him as my favorite, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I like his son. I've interviewed him, and that went very well.
Yeah, Stuart. That's what I'm talking about. The son.
Oh, you're talking about the son, not the dad.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. No. Cliff
Okay. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, I like him too. I don't like him when he's with his dad tag teaming, because then his dad rubs off on him a bit. But when just one-on-one with him, he's great. But anyhow, I got one more.
He's kind of like a lost puppy when he's with his dad.
Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for hopping on. You can email me if you play poker.
Cool. Thanks.
Take care. Okay, last one. Ansel. There you go. Turn off your YouTube tab.
Sure.
There you go. So who did you like the least? Who did you say?
William Lane Craig, I'd say.
Oh, really? Okay. Why?
He always comes up with answers that don't necessarily match to reality. Like he makes all sorts of claims that he can't really back up about cosmological arguments.
I see. And who did you like the best?
I think Sean McDowell. He seems more reasonable.
Oh, he's not on the list. That's his his dad, Josh, is on the list.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I like his Stuart Knickly. He's more reasonable too. His dad is rather smug and arrogant.
Okay. Are you an atheist?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been an atheist?
Many, many years.
Were you raised in a secular home?
Catholic and went to church and all that when I was much younger, but I gave up on it when I was in my teens or so.
And you've never looked back?
No. Although, I mean, every so often you get a little bit of trials and tribulations. Like when my wife got cancer, I got kind of scared and started praying again, but I realized it wasn't really rational.
That's an interesting point. Like that's never happened to me, but I'm wondering if I was in a life or death situation, would I pray again? And I kind of was one in a life and death situation in a car accident a year or two ago, and where I just saw the car went through a red light heading right for me, and then had the big crash, and the whole process from the crash to like getting home was about an hour, and I was okay, but not once did I think about praying or God or fear of death. So that kind of told me, yeah, I am an atheist.
Yeah, I gave up on it.
What would it take for you to become a Christian or a theist in general again?
I would think I would need to see much better evidence than anybody's ever come up with in terms of apologists or any personal experience or any whole.
Yeah,
I would have to see for myself, basically.
like see for yourself, someone pray for an amputee and having their limb come back.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That's all they have to do.
I also wanted to talk to you about cosmological argument. I've heard so many of your people that tell you, the theists say that their primary reason for belief is the prime mover or the first cause of the cosmological argument. And even though when you point out to them that that's a fallacy, that if you don't know the answer, you can't really stick in God into the answer. And
they might say it's a inductive argument, or that's an inference, best explanation, like because it can't be X, Y, and Z, therefore it has to be God.
Yeah, that's right. The personal incredulity or credulity. I came up with a thought experiment about that, or a philosophical argument about why there does not need to be a creator God.
Okay, very quickly. I got to go play poker soon, so.
Okay. It's premise one. It's a syllogism. Premise one, there is a finite amount of matter or material or particles in the universe. I think theists would have to agree with that, because if they said that it was an infinite amount of stuff, then you obviously don't need God. So premise two is that there is this is one iteration of the universe that we're in right now. There's been previous iterations of the universe in the past and into the future. I think they would have to agree with that too, because they think that their God is infinite, or that God has always been there. So
Well, you can't use the word universe though. You have to say call it worlds in quotes.
Cosmoverse. I'll call it the cosmoverse, or the cosmos, which is all that's ever been, will be, and into the future, and in the past. So there's been previous iterations of universes into the past. So, and given that there is a finite amount of material in the universe, which is huge, but there's a finite amount, then there is a finite number of ways for this material or particles to recombine for any particular universe.
Yeah, okay. See, no, I can tell the problem with this argument is they're going to say that, and this is why I mentioned you should use the word worlds rather. You're almost assuming that God is made of a particle then, right?
Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if we can show that the universe has always been present, has been always present and eternal, or the universe of some sort or another, then there's no need for a creator God. That's what my ultimate.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with you. Although it could be true that a God, omni-God exists and the universe exists eternally past as well. Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
Well, you don't need a God to create the universe.
No, you don't need, but it could be the fact that they both are co-eternally existent.
So that would not be the God of the Christians or the Muslims.
No, you're right. Yeah, that wouldn't be the God of the Christians or the Jews or the Muslims. But yeah, it'd be funny if we all died and we met this deity and the deity said, "Oh, by the way, yeah, I've always existed and so has the universe," and we all just have a good laugh.
Sure, but in my syllogism, my ultimate goal is to prove that there is an eternal cosmos, and that there is no need then for the creator God if the cosmos has been present for eternity. And so, as you probably know, the creationists, one of their complaints about the eternal universe is that you cannot have a infinite regression,
right,
back linearly, because you don't know where it starts from. Right, there's no first point, and therefore you can never get to here. Okay, that's their complaint about the eternal universe. But my solution to that is that because there's a finite amount of material in the universe, there's a finite number of ways this material can be recombined to create each universe as it starts. So that there is eventually, if the number of repetitions it takes to create the same universe as we are now in is less than infinite, then the universe has been repeated before and will be repeated into the future. Therefore, the universe or the cosmoverse is a circular eternity, so that like a circle, there's no beginning and no end, and therefore there's no first cause and no first start to the universe, because it's a
yeah, and that's actually one of the theories of the universe that's cyclical, right? Like it's
that cyclical universe theory is the big bounce and contraction. They don't talk about what is infinitely behind it or in front of it. They just talk about the cyclical being repetition.
Harry.
The universe expands.
I won't fall asleep this time.
Contracts into a singularity, and then produces the next expansion or the next Big Bang. And that's what they mean by cyclical universe.
Okay, I gotta go. But I can guarantee you that I can't guarantee it, but my guess is this will have no impact on theists.
Well, if you can show that there's no,
you can't show it though.
Well, doesn't that show it?
No.
That no beginning.
They're just going to say no. It's that's logically impossible using Gilbert's Hotel or whatever, and then and then they're going to shut off their brain, and that's it.
Well, no, I think it does prove that there's no need for a creator God, because the universe is always, or the cosmoverse.
But they're going to disagree that the universe has always existed eternally past. They're just, anything you're going to say is not going to convince them otherwise.
But that syllogism has a conclusion that the universe has always been there. If you have them accept the premise that there has always been, there's a finite amount of stuff in the universe and a finite amount of ways for it to be recombined. Therefore,
but they can just say, well, there's a finite amount of stuff after God created it out of nothing. Boom, you still got finite.
Right, but if that's the case, then this finite universe can recombine in only a finite number of ways.
Right.
Therefore, we will then have a repetition, just as we are talking here now. This has been.
No, they'll disagree with that too. They'll say that at some point God will destroy. He can just like he created out of nothing. He can destroy it and create a new world that's non-material.
Yeah, but my syllogism will show that there's always been a universe or some sort of material present, or some universe present.
I know philosophers like to think that syllogisms can prove things, but it can't. Demonstrations can.
But they're saying that their philosophical argument is that
right. Theirs doesn't work either.
right, there must be a prime mover, right? That's the philosophical argument. What if you show that there doesn't need to be a prime mover, that there's never been a first cause, a first thing?
Right, but you're never going to show them through a syllogism. I guarantee it. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because they saw Jesus at summer camp.
Okay.
And the thing is, we're talking about stuff. We're like squirrels doing calculus right now. It's just our minds, I think, cannot wrap around concepts like infinite past, billions of years, the expanse of the universe. We can try to imagine, but the bottom line is nobody knows. Nobody knows.
That's it. Right. We don't know, but they'll stick in. That's the point. We don't know, but they'll stick in their God to try and explain it. But if you can have a counter explanation to them, then they don't need to always fall back onto the God.
But you don't think William Lane Craig's heard every counter explanation to the Kalam?
Not this one. I have.
You don't think so?
No, he hasn't. Because I have listened to hundreds of these arguments and debates, and nobody's ever come up with this philosophical argument about the.
Well, email him, see what he says.
Okay.
Try that.
Well, probably ignore me, but.
Probably. Yeah. Do you have a PhD in anything?
No, just a doctorate in medicine.
Well, that helps. Tell me you're a doctorate in medicine. You're an MD or a PhD?
I got a specialty training, something or other, yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I can put a good word in for you with Cameron Bertuzzi, because William Lane Craig is now always on his show, Capturing Christianity, which is kind of crazy to me. But anyway.
Yeah, I've heard talk to Cosmic Skeptic, yeah.
Anyhow, I got to run. I really got to run. Thanks for hopping in.
Great.
Okay, let's see the final results. Drum roll. Frank Turek, yeah. Oh, no, I got to refresh. 39%. Frank, you won. You won, Frank. What do we have for him, Myron? A $25 gift card to Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers for Frank. $25? Make it $30. $30 gift card to Frank Turek to Fuddruckers. Frank, you know where Fuddruckers is, right? They have great hamburgers there. 39% of my audience think they like you the least. And then Ken Hovind, close second. Sorry, Kent, nothing for you. Maybe next time. I think I swayed the poll here in your favor, Kent. And who's the most loved? Or the least disliked? JP Moreland. Yeah, I think it's just because nobody knows who you are. And then Greg Kokol. Greg, I'm proud of you, Greg. Josh McDowell's only at 2%. Come on. Should be higher than that. Anyhow, the polls will be up for a while. I'll leave it up and we'll see. I'll check back later. Let me look at the live stream chat here a bit. Hey, Reed, if you're listening, leave me a seat at the table. Yeah, it does make sense that you won that poll. What did, I'm just curious what Cameron Bertuzzi thought of this poll.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. To me, this was flagrant.
Yeah, I guess that was flagrant. My apologies to Greg Kokol, Jay Warner Wallace, Lee Strobel, Josh McDowell, Ken Ham, Ken Hovind, David Wood, Frank Turek, William Lane Craig, John Lennox, and JP Moreland. They were all scheduled to come in to defend themselves, but we ran out of time.